On today's episode, stick to your guns.
Get to know the Big Buck HD shotgun.
And calibration made easy.
So stay tuned.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Callum.
Buckin Around Buck Tips starts right now.
Now, most hunters will tell you their gun of choice is a rifle.
But we aren't most hunters.
No, buck hunters, we use a shotgun.
Why? Because shut up, that's why.
Actually, guys, it's because of this right here.
Right, of course. The pump is actually where a lot of the skill involved in big buck comes from.
You see, players have to pull that sucker back to reload after every single shot fired. And that's sometimes a step that the novice hunters forget in the heat of the moment.
That's right, and how do you shoot?
Well, Einstein, take a look at this little guy. That right there's the trigger. As long as you've reloaded, this will fire the gun and make sure whatever's in front of it is dead.
Digitally speaking.
Well, and you better hope it's a buck or a critter.
Shooting a doe will end the round.
And shooting nothing? That's just embarrassing.
Speaking of which...
The only thing buck hunters hate more than being embarrassed by bad hunting is being told that their good hunting is bad hunting.
Now we're going to spare you the technical jargon in this particular video, but suffice to say there's a series of sensitive gizmos inside every big buck gun that make all the fun possible.
And if those gizmos aren't calibrated, your bullets are going to go just about anywhere, and that can make the game less fun to play.
Even worse, it can make players think the game is broken.
So in 2017, we're doing our part to make sure poor calibration is a thing of the past.
So listen up and follow along as we show you a couple ways to do just that.
Before we get into it, here's a quick recap on how to hold the Big Buck HD shotgun.
As you may have already noticed, in-game there are no on-screen crosshairs to show you where you're pointing the gun before you fire it.
And that makes the game challenging, but it can make calibration challenging as well.
That's right, your line of sight is your primary means of aiming while you hunt.
So follow these simple steps to make sure you're in the right position. First and foremost, hold the butt of the shotgun up against your shoulder. Not above it, not under it, not against your chest, but against your shoulder. Use the eye closest to the barrel of the gun to aim. With that eye, look down the length of the gun towards the green or orange tips on the end. The goal, of course, is for your shot to land just above that little nubbin, and I think armed with that knowledge, we're probably ready to dive on in.
I'd say so.
Let's start with the folks who own and operate the game.
You'll have access to a set of menus not available to the average Joe.
That's right, to access it, simply unlock your game's coin box and look inside for the little black rocker switch labeled Test.
Click that son of a gun and you'll be whisked away to a land of information. We'll go over a bunch of what this screen has to offer in the future. Side note, if your calibration is so bad that shooting selections is hard, you can use those little black switches to navigate as well. Scroll up with volume up, scroll down with volume down, select with test, go back or exit with service. For now, we'll use the gun to shoot the utilities button. You can probably guess where to go from here. Shoot gun calibration. From here, you'll follow a series of simple on-screen instructions to get your calibration in check. Be sure to remember that proper aiming form here. You'll start by shooting the little red dot just above your game screen. Then shoot the targets as they appear in each corner. No reloading necessary. If you're happy with how you did, lock in the new calibration by hitting the start button. If you flubbed it and would like to give it another go, simply pull back the pump. Following the first gun's calibration, you'll go through the same process for the second gun. Once again, confirm or retry calibration with the start button or pump respectively.
And that's that. Your time and effort will be rewarded with happier players and a fuller coin box.
You also worked on your aim a bit today. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now here's something brand new.
As part of our goal to make every gun fire accurately, we're giving some power to the players.
For the first time in Big Buck history, players who find themselves frustrated with the way their gun is aiming will be able to access gun calibration to fix it without waiting for someone to come along and do it for them.
But first you'll need a Big Buck HD player account.
As any dedicated buck hunter should. You can sign up in just a couple minutes at www.bigbuckhd.com. Shortly after creating your account, we'll send you a shiny new Big Buck HD player card. Keep it with you, you'll need it in the near future. Log into bigbuckhd.com. Navigate to Settings in the upper right corner and click Gun Calibration. There, create your 6-digit gun calibration code. Hit Submit to make it yours. Swipe your player card at any online Big Buck HD while it's running its ad loop, and you should see your name pop up in the corner of the Press Start screen. Enter the gun calibration code you got from the website using the keypad followed by the pound key. The game will then take you straight to the calibration process we discussed before.
And now, how to calibrate the gun if you're a puppet.
You can't. You lack the opposable thumbs and dexterity necessary to do so.
And there you have it. Whether you're a business partner or a loyal hunter, you now have the tools to fight bad calibration wherever you are. Thanks for joining the calls.
And thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time with more helpful buck tips. Take care.
Where'd everybody go?